ఛానల్. నేను మీ రామ్మోహన్ని, మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ టీచర్ని. మీకు గతంలో ఒక వీడియోలో 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులకు సంబంధించిన సిమిలర్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ అనే చాప్టర్లో కొన్ని టాపిక్స్ మాత్రం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఒకసారి మనం గతంలో నేర్చుకున్నటువంటి టాపిక్స్ ఏంటివి అనేది జస్ట్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ అగైన్ ఇన్ దిస్ క్లాస్. దే ఆర్ similar figures. Similar figures means the figures which are having same shape but not same size. They are called similar figures. Polygons. Polygons means the line segments. Within the line segments, the figures which are formed, they are called polygons. But 3 or more line segments, that figure should be formed. They are nothing but polygons. Next, regular polygons. In which polygons all angles and sides are equal, they are called regular polygons. Next, similarity of the triangles. So similarity of the triangles means here we are getting some more doubts here. All triangles are similar or not? So here all triangles are not similar. First of all, equilateral triangles if you take, they are similar. Next, if you take right angle triangles, all right angle triangles are not similar. In some cases, right angle triangles are similar. In some specific cases, we can learn about that specific cases in the chapter. Next, after that, acute angle triangles. So acute angle triangles means in this acute triangle some more type of triangles you can get here. So here isosceles triangles also, if you take all isosceles triangles are also not similar. In some cases isosceles triangles are similar. After that, scalar triangles are not similar. So this is about the triangles of a similarity. But here some more depth information you can get at the middle of this chapter. Okay, so next today in this class I would like to explain in the textbook page number 194, do these problems. So here first listen to me, fill in the blanks with a similar or not similar. Just you need to say here the given sentence is similar or not. So if that is similar, you need to write similar, and if that is not similar, just you need to write not similar. So first one is all squares are dash. So all squares are similar. All squares are similar because of in squares all sides are equal and all angles are equal. So here if you take two squares, corresponding angles are equal in these two squares, and if you take the proportion of corresponding sides, they are also same. That's why always all squares are similar. Second one is all equilateral triangles are equal. Or dash. All equilateral triangles are also similar because of if you take two equilateral triangles, in these two equilateral triangles, 3 pairs of corresponding sides or angles are equal, and the ratio of corresponding sides in the two triangles are also in proportion. So that's why we can say simply two equilateral triangles are always similar. After that, all isosceles triangles are dash. So here some specific cases all isosceles triangles are similar, it is not correct. In some specific cases isosceles triangles are similar. So here we can write all squares are similar. Next, all equilateral triangles are also similar. But here all isosceles triangles are not similar. But one more sentence you need to write along with this sentence, that is in some specific cases isosceles triangles are similar. Okay, next, after that, two polygons with the same number of sides dash if their corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are equal. Listen to me, two polygons here we are taking. In this two polygons, their number of sides are equal, and if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are equal, the two polygons are said to be congruent polygons because of all angles and all sides are equal, like in that way have been given in the problem. So here that the two types of polygons are nothing but congruent. So congruent figures are always similar, but similar figures are not congruent always. In some specific cases it may occur. That's all. So here what can you write? Similar, because of we are having only two choice here, similar or not similar. So actually according to the given sentence that two polygons are congruent here. Okay, but congruent figures are always similar. That's why I am writing here similar. Next, after that, reduced and enlarged photographs of an object or dash. They are also always similar. Because of, listen to me, here one photograph you are having in rectangle shape. This rectangle I am taking as, this rectangle of width I am taking as 1 meter or 1 minute and 2 minutes. This width I am taking 2 times of previous width, and the length I am taking 2 times of the previous length. Then that figure changed in this way. These type of figures are said to be enlarging figures. These type of figures are said to be enlarging figures. Now listen to me. Here, the width of the previous figure is nothing but 1 unit, and the width of the enlarged figure is nothing but 2 units. The length of the previous figure is nothing but 2 units, and the length of the enlarged figure is nothing but 4 units. If you take the proportion of the corresponding sides in these two rectangles, so 1 by 2. Next, another pair of sides of ratio, if you take 2 by 4, by cancellation you can get. So these corresponding sides of proportion, that means ratio, are in proportion. That's why these two rectangles are said to be proportional. So according to this example, we can say enlarged figures are nothing but similar. Okay. Next, after that, the next one is rhombus and the squares are dashed to each other. Just you need to write the answer, either similar or not similar. So here listen to me, rhombus is nothing but a quadrilateral having 4 sides, and square is also a quadrilateral having with 4 sides. But these two objects are having different qualities according to them. So here these two are not similar, because of whenever if you want to say given two figures are similar, their corresponding angle should be equal and their corresponding side should be in proportion. But here in rhombus, if you observe the position of the angles, opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles of sum is nothing but 180 degrees. But whenever you come to square, all angles are equal, each angle is nothing but 90 degrees. In condition of angles, it fails. The condition according to angles, the condition is failed. That's why these two figures are not similar. Simply you can write these two figures are not similar. That's all. So here, in this do these problems. In first problem, we are having 6 statements of problems. If you have any doubts, some more explanation if you want, I can explain later. Okay. So here, just you need to observe, and if you have any doubts, you need to send a message to my WhatsApp number. This is the WhatsApp number I have been given. Okay. Right. Yes. Come to second problem. In this, do this. The second problem is write true or false for the following statements. Here you have been given 3 statements. So these 3 statements, whether they are true or false, just you need to say, and that reason also you need to write. So first one is any two similar figures are congruent. Let me explain before going to that question. What is the difference between congruent and similarities? Congruent means all corresponding sides, all corresponding angles are equal. When the corresponding sides are equal, automatically the corresponding sides are in proportion. If the corresponding sides are in proportion, then the corresponding sides are need not to be equal. This condition you need to keep in your minds. Okay? So one more time I am saying, what is the difference between similarity and congruency? So congruency means whatever the figures may be taken by you, all corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are equal, not in proportion, corresponding sides are equal, then the two figures are said to be congruent. So when two figures are having their corresponding sides are equal, automatically their corresponding sides are in proportion. But when the corresponding sides are in proportion, then corresponding sides are need not to be equal. That's all. Now come to this question. So first one is, any two similar figures are congruent. Any two similar figures are congruent. So similar figures, that means in these two figures their corresponding angles are equal, but their corresponding sides in proportion only. But when the corresponding sides are in proportion, then here their corresponding sides are need not to be equal. So whenever the corresponding sides are need not to be equal, then they are not congruent. That's all. So here just similar figures means they are satisfying similarity conditions. What are they? Corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are in proportion only. So when corresponding sides are in proportion, then it is not possible to say corresponding sides are equal. So the given sentence is a statement is wrong. That means false. What you have been given there? Any two similar figures are congruent. Concept. It is not exactly. That's all. So we can write simply false. But here, if you want to write the reason, the reason is congruent figures are similar, but similar figures need not to be congruent. This is the reason for the first question. Next, the second question is, any two congruent figures are similar. Here this is the statement. So here you are taking two congruent figures. Two congruent figures means in these two figures corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are also equal. When in two figures you are taking corresponding sides are equal, automatically in that two figures corresponding sides are in proportion and automatically corresponding angles have been are being equal. That condition you need to take for similarity also. If you take that condition for similarity, automatically congruent figures are nothing but similarity. Let me explain one more time. Any two congruent figures means here we are having two figures. In these two figures corresponding angles are equal. This condition follows for that second one also. That means for this also, similarity also. And in these two figures corresponding sides are also equal. But when in two figures corresponding sides are equal, like in that way, if you are taking, automatically the corresponding sides are in proportion. So first condition already satisfied. Second condition, corresponding sides are equal is nothing but corresponding sides are also in proportion. So similarity of two conditions are also following these two figures. So congruent figures are always similar. So here the condition is, the statement is, any two congruent figures are similar. Yes, this is true. True. But what is the reason for that? Always congruent figures are similar. That's all. Next, the third one is two polygons are similar if their corresponding angles are equal. So here two polygons are similar. Two polygons are nothing but similar. Similar means the two polygons are satisfying two conditions of similarity. First one is their corresponding angles are equal. Second one is their corresponding sides are in proportion only. Next, after that, if their corresponding angles are equal. So if two polygons are similar, if their corresponding angles are equal. In two polygons, if their corresponding angles are equal, then they are similar. This is the statement. Okay? In two polygons, if their corresponding angles are equal, then the two polygons are similar. This is the given statement. Is it right or wrong? So here, when we need to say given two polygons are similar, two conditions should be followed by the two polygons. What are the two conditions? First condition is all corresponding angles on the two polygons are equal. And second condition is their corresponding sides are must and should be in proportion. So if any one of these two conditions fail, that the two polygons are not similar. Only one condition have been given here. What is that condition means? In these two triangles, in these two polygons, just you are having corresponding angles only equal. You are not having any information about the sides here. That's all. So that's why there is no second condition to say the two polygons are similar. So these two polygons are not similar because of these two polygons are having their corresponding sides only equal. There is no information about their sides. That is the reason. Okay. So what is the answer for it? False. Reason. If corresponding sides in them are in proportion, then that two polygons are said to be similar. Yes. Now come to third problem in the do these problems. So this third problem is give two different examples for pair of first one similar figures and second one non-similar figures. So similar figures ki two pairs of examples మనం తీసుకోవాలి. So first example one, any two squares you can take, any two squares. Okay. Next example 2, any two circles you can take. Any two circles. Next, one more example I am taking, but actually you have been asked only two pairs. Two squares you can write here with any measurements, and two circles you can take with any radius. They are similar. Now I am taking one more example, that is any two equilateral triangles. Any two equilateral triangles. These are the example for similar figures. So for example, any two rectangles if you take, are they similar? You are having some doubt in this. Let me clarify your doubt there. For example, one rectangle we are taking, the length and breadth of that rectangle of measurements I am taking as 2 units and 3 units. Okay. So here one more rectangle I am taking. That rectangle of breadth is nothing but you can take either 1 time or 2 times or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times of this previous rectangle. If you take 2 times of breadth for this rectangle, and next length also you need to take 2 times for the new rectangle, and if you take 5 times of breadth for this rectangle, that length also you need to take in new rectangle 5 times of length. For example, 3 times of breadth I am taking, that means 3 to just 6 units, so 6 units of breadth. How many times you are taking for this breadth? 3 times. That same 3 times of length also you need to take. Actually, what is the measurement of length here? We are having 3. So for this length 3 times if you take, how much you get? 9. So that 9 units you need to take. These type of rectangles only similar. For example, you are having a rectangle with length and breadth measurements 2 units and 3 units. and here I am taking one more rectangle. This is also a rectangle. Here this breadth is 3 meters and length is 5 meters. These two rectangles are not similar. That's all. In this case only the two rectangles are similar. That thing you need to remember in your minds. Next, non-similar figures. So one square, one rectangle, they are also non-similar figures. Next, one equilateral triangle, one right angle triangle, they are non-similar figures. Next, one isosceles triangle, one scalar triangle, they are also one more pair of non-similar figures. So first one, a square and rhombus. Next, example 2, a rectangle and square. These are also non-similar figures. Next, example 3, a right angled triangle and an equilateral triangle. These are non-similar figures. గతంలో జరిగిన వీడియోలో సిమిలర్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ అనే చాప్టర్ పైన మీకు ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి టాపిక్స్ ఏంటంటే సిమిలర్ ఫిగర్స్, పాలిగాన్స్, రెగ్యులర్ పాలిగాన్స్, సిమిలారిటీ ఆఫ్ ది ట్రయాంగిల్స్. ఒకవేళ ఎవరైనా గతంలో చెప్పిన వీడియో మిస్ అయ్యి ఉంటే డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో లింక్ను ఓపెన్ చేసినట్లయితే మీరు ఆ వీడియోని కూడా చూడొచ్చు. సో మీకు ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నట్లయితే నేను ఈ చాప్టర్తో స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఈ చాప్టర్తో స్టార్ట్ చేసి 10th క్లాస్లో ఏవైతే కాంప్లికేటెడ్ టాపిక్స్ ఉన్నాయో, ఎక్కడైతే కాంప్లికేటెడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో అలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని తీసుకొని వాటిని మీకు కొంత ఈజీగా చెప్పడానికి నేను ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాను. ఈ నా ప్రయత్నంలో మీరు భాగస్వాములు అవ్వాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. సో అందరూ కూడా స్విమ్ అనే ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, లైక్ చేయండి. మీకు ఏవైనా కూడా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నట్లయితే మీ యొక్క డౌట్స్ని వాట్సాప్ ద్వారా నా నెంబర్కి సెండ్ చేయండి. అలా సెండ్ చేసినటువంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని నేను మళ్ళీ కూడా మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.